Well, hello, and welcome back. Looks like mic is working. Let's get the sound working again. What in the world? My desktops are all messed up. Everything's in the wrong place. But this is over there, and that's over there. Okay, there we go. Alright, background music's back. Soundboard's still here. Okay, good. I don't know what happened, but I guess while I was away, the computer decided to swappy-do all the things, because basically it looks like it went to sleep and woke up from sleep, and then the monitor that was over here is now over there, and yeah. You know how it goes. Or you don't. But maybe you do. Okay. So, yes, it very much indeed looks like it just flipped. Am I even sharing the right screen? Okay, I'm sharing the right screen. I am very confused because it moved my desktops around. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just get going here in just a second. Okay, so I want to finish this task out, switching over to DashTX. I think the only problem... I think the problem is related to... I'm going to blame Jojo by it, because he's easy to blame. But we had a problem in the browser requests, and I believe that he had fixed that, had got it tested working. I could be wrong. But I approved the pull request with the belief that it was tested working. And now we're getting a response back. I know that at some point it was working because he and I had worked on it together and he had gotten it working. I don't know if those commits made it in as hoped. It may be that the wrong branch was PR'd or something like that. But anyway, because I'm testing this against my actual real wallet, I'm not going to show the error messages and the transactions and all that, but essentially it's an HTTP error that feels very, very familiar from an error that we encountered a month ago. And then again, it's an error that's popped back up, and I think I don't know why it's so sneaky, but I believe it's this right here. Okay. So this happened, and then somehow the other problem is that create TX maybe? DashSight. Okay, DashSight create. DashSight. Wait, instance in. So I think this is where it's happening right here. But somehow, well, this is not good. This is not good at all. Somehow a promise is being logged. I don't know where that's happening, unfortunately, because, promises. Oh, could it be this? No. So we have a fail. Hold on. We have a fail. And then... okay. So... the good news is that the response is there. The bad news is that for some reason it's a promise. Error.response. That doesn't make sense. Why would that be a promise? That right there. Oh, except this is not going to work out. Well, maybe. We'll see. This is one of those things where it's better off to do it as text as well. Alright, I'm going to try this again. See what happens. Minimum fee not met. Okay. Alright. That's simple enough. Okay, so this right here, that needs to be fixed. I think I will go to DashSight right now. Okay, good. So this was not that problem. I rescind all of my blaming. But, you know, it's good to try to find somebody else to blame first for your problems. You know, that way in case it turns out to not be your fault, you've got someone to go to. You know, because if it's your fault, you can fix it. But what if it's not your fault? You got to have that blame lined up just in case. Okay. It's right here. That one. Fix await error text. Need to await because fetch need dot text rather than dot JSON because dot text will almost always succeed and errors are often of a nature such that they don't. That is JSON. I think that my goal there was actually to JSONify. I think we'd still have to pull that out of the old because all right. Anyway, so I've got that going. So what I'd actually want is this. Oh, what would it be? I don't know if this would actually work. It's such a pain in the butt to convert those headers. I don't remember how it's done. I don't think that's going to work, but whatever. I'm going to try it again real quick. Oh, I know why that's not working. Stupid headers object. Ugh. Let's see. From entries. Dot entries. Got it. Object dot from entries? Is that a thing? What? That's amazing. You learn something new every day, I guess. Let's see if this works out. Okay. I'm gonna go put this in that PR. I'm surprised. How did I not know about from entries? That's totally useful. Okay. So I've got a new bed. I'm sleeping in at night. We had this cheap Zionist mattress, which I thought was great, and it was great. But the problem is, it's a memory foam that has a little too much memory, maybe not enough foam. So over the past couple years, I mean, it's not been that long since we got it, actually. But I'm a lot heavier than I used to be. Because, yeah, anyway, the mattress is gone wonkadonk. And so now there is, it's got too much memory about where I am in the mattress. So we got a new one. If I was much thinner, if I didn't weigh so much at least, being thinner wouldn't help. It would make the problem worse. Unless I also didn't weigh as much, because then there's just more pressure in one area. But anyway, so we got a new mattress. I'm looking forward to sleeping in that tonight. Okay, cool. So, error message I'm getting is min relay fee not met. 191 is less than 225. So what that means to me is that there's some branching logic that just simply didn't hit, and that's good. That's a good problem to have. Okay, so let's go back over some of the branching logic here and see what we can figure out. I'm also going to take a look. So one issue is that I think I know where the problem is. That the fee estimation is happening on one output, but there are two outputs. Yep, it's exactly 34 sats off. Satoshis. It's exactly 34 sats off, which is the size of one output. So it's simply miscalculating the outputs. So I need to look at where it is doing get optimized. It's going to be after this, because there's going to be the get optimal UTXOs. That's going to grab UTXOs based on how much it needs. And then it's quite possibly this logic. Let's see, change amount. blah, blah, blah. Change address. Okay. And fee estimate. And then I think we don't redo the fee estimate here. I think that's the problem. Yep. Okay. So all we need to do is fee estimate plus equals -tx output size. And that should be it. All right, let's see if this runs now. Did I not save the code? I might not have actually hit save. And I might need to change something else here as well. The Satoshis or the balance or whatever it was. Okay. So here's the other problem. Is that should probably be a plus negative up here as well. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Oh, interesting. Ah, now here comes time for the loop. Okay, so let's see. So now the problem is I've defined for very small transactions what the minimum fee could be, and we're using a greedy algorithm. So the dirty algorithm, the greedy algorithm. So we're trying to hit the smallest target possible. And the problem is that I still have to go back and check and make sure that we actually hit that target. So what I'm going to do is txinfo.transaction divided by 2 math. What does that sound? I wonder if that's brakes on the train. very harmonic. Is that the right word for it? Huh. Interesting. Okay, so here we are. So here's our it's going to try up to 100 times. If I is greater than or equal to limit. Yeah, let's just get rid of this, because semantically it's not what it's doing. That might be a little better. Alright, so there we go. And then maybe we ought to put something there just so it's more clear. Is this going to be true? There we go. Not using I just to indicate, hey, this is not the normal I thing. Okay, so this is the happy path. We'll handle the happy path first. And then, yeah, we'll continue. There we go. Limit is 128. Okay, so now I'm a little bit interested to see what happens with this. Because the TX-info raw, I think it's actually going to get updated, and this may be a reason to not do that. We'll see. So now the problem is there's a good chance that when this runs, it's just going to work. We'll see. I'm going to try it a few times. Okay. And it's greater than or equal to limit. Let's see what I've got here. All right, so I've got let's just do sanity check, double check the math. 225. Okay. So that already, that's good. Alright, let's see if this really, it really did run that many times. Okay, I may be missing the part where I was supposed to do something special to make the entropy happen. What we might be doing is actually getting the same signature over and over and over again. If txinfo.transaction is equal to last tx, throw new error secp 256k1, oops, entropy was not set, last tx equals transaction.info, and so on. Alright, let's take a look at that. Ah! Indeed. Indeed, we're generating the same signatures because the entropy is not being added. So let's take a look at that and see if we can figure that one out. That would be under -tx. Synops. Ah! Canonical is true, but I don't see the option for the entropy. Not a good sign. Double entendre. Not a good sign. Huh? Because it's signature. Huh? Huh? You with me? Let's see. Yeah, I think. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Yeah. I don't know why I went to that. Okay, so let's see if I can figure out where that SIGOPS is. Options, canonical, extra entropy. True. That one right there. Okay, let me go fix that presently. That's weird because I knew about that when I came across it. Okay. All right, so here's the deal. What? Why is that over there? So we're gonna set the ISO to auto. During the daytime, but during the nighttime, we're gonna set it to 1000. Because then I don't know if you've noticed, but my face is beginning lighter and darker and lighter and darker and lighter and darker. Auto ISO. Blah. So eventually we'll need an option, and I'm going to put a to-do in the code on this one, just because if somebody, the reason I'm going to put the to-do in the code is because if somebody comes along looking at the code, I want them to see that there's another way to go about this. There's different implementation details. Let's look for this on Twitter. March 24th. What? Well, happens to the best of us and the rest of us. Even GitHub commits their their private keys to the public repository. Boom. Yeah, that's not out of an abundance of caution. They say it's out of an abundance of caution. They know as well as we do. Well, hopefully we do. That anytime you push something to a Git repository, there are bots that are listening for those webhooks and those events. And if anything looks like a private key, they take it. So it is not out of an abundance of caution. It is out of a strict necessity. But abundance of caution, sure. Okay. Hold on just a second. Here's the tweet coming in hot. Okay. Here we go. The tweet. Happens to the best of us and the rest of us. Even GitHub's employees commit private keys to public repos sometimes. It's true. Okay. So let's see if we can finish this up now. Using current standard practice is to salt the signatures such that they end up different every time, even when signing the exact same object twice. And actually, it's really annoying. It can be really annoying. But the other option would be well, it would be whatever it would be. Well, the good news is that it took pretty much no time to do all those signatures. So it was very, very fast. All right, so we got that going on. But we should have this let me think about how to do this. Let's see if to do allow walking the fee up. Okay, what did I say? Less fees, right? Alright, so if change address, then what we would do is we would take the last output and we would I'd actually probably want to put both of these loops in functions because this is going to be a loop. As we would also need the max fee estimate. What we're going to do is we just increase the fee. We'd start with a minimum fee, and if it doesn't work, we'd increase the fee by 1, and so on and so forth. And yeah, until eventually it's accepted. Okay, txinfo dot outputs last out. Okay. Okay, I think I'll just go ahead and do this, I guess. Alright, so we won't do it that way, we'll do it this way. So this increases the fee. And then we do the same thing here. Put a failsafe in. Shouldn't be possible to happen. We'll put the failsafe in anyway. So changing the fee will change the entropy. And so the way that it's done currently in a lot of implementations is that this is what it does, is it walks the fee up. So it starts the fee at the minimum, and then it'll walk the fee up. And as it walks the fee up, and I'm guessing at some point you got to jump up. I don't know what metrics it jumps up by. But you for the first 2 or 3, if there's 2 or 3 inputs, then you can just walk it up all the way to 128. Whatever. It's astronomically unlikely that you won't succeed within well, for the 1 and 2, you have to succeed pretty darn quickly. You know, within it's pretty unlikely that within, I think, 4 loops you won't succeed. But then as you go further and further with the fees, when there's a bigger spread, anyway, it just becomes astronomically unlikely that you won't be successful. Let's see. It's astronomically unlikely that you will be successful with the minimum fee, but it's astronomically likely that you won't be unsuccessful with the medium fee if you try a few times. You know, say 10 times, 20 times. So you can just walk the fee up from the median fee, which we're talking, 20 sats or something like that. Or the difference between the two it's very small. The difference between the two is literally the number of inputs. So if you start at the number of inputs, as if you don't succeed the first time with the minimum, you add the number of inputs and then start. Yeah, that'd probably be a good algorithm to go with. Anyway. Where's that hash and sign? Okay, yeah, so we just have to figure out whether the strategy is to walk the fee. If the strategy is to walk the fee, we do this. And the fee estimate is already in a good spot where it'd be astronomically unlikely for this to fail. Well, except maybe if there's only 3 inputs and it's not astronomically unlikely, it's just really unlikely. But then there's nothing you can do about it either. Well, it's close to astronomically. Yeah, it is astronomically unlikely. Because your chances are greater than 50%. And so you're talking about 128 times doing something where your chances are greater than 50%, then having it fail 128 times is astronomically unlikely. Alright, there we go. Oh, whoops. There we go. Maybe what I need to do then is actually just move this. Well, no, I think it's better to break out and then redo it over here. Okay. So how can I get out of this? Okay, let's try this one. This would be such a weird edge case. This is where you're really walking the razor's edge in terms of trying to spend an exact amount. I think that this would eventually come up. Alright, hash inside all. Wait, hold on. So the change amount. Less fees. Change amount is greater than 0. Let's see. Okay, this is really unlikely error, but, well, I guess it depends. It's not entirely, well, anyway. Okay, so... All right. Okay. Let's see if this works now. Hey, it worked. No, wait. Did it work? Yeah, it worked. It worked on the first try this time. Let's try it again. We should be able to hit another condition where it doesn't work on the first try. There we go. Hit the condition where it doesn't work on the first try. And in this case, in the condition where it doesn't work on the first try. Okay, good. It resolves itself. Cool. So that's going to need some testing. That's going to need a test case. So, okay, let me go back to my original bug here. And let's get my original bug back. And then let's try again. I was so lucky to encounter that bug because there's a 25% chance that I would have encountered it. Okay. And then here. All right, sweet. Okay. So it is difficult to test this because due to the nature of the randomness, you can find a test case which exemplifies the problem, but you cannot create a test case which exemplifies the problem. So count my lucky stars that I ended up with encountering the problem so that I had to fix it on the first go, because obviously I hadn't thought it through well enough. Otherwise, you know. Anyway, so this is good. Now, one thing that I'm worried about here is, so I need to be able to mark mark savings account. Okay. So I need to take a look at my coins. And I think it was trying to pull this from the savings account. It was indeed. It was indeed. So, yeah, we've got a little bit of a problem here because you can create yourself a savings account, but you don't, if you create a savings account, you don't want the funds to be pulled from the savings account. So that's another great thing that I was very lucky to encounter right off the bat here. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me check this real quick. Let's see what was the fee it ended up with. $225. Okay, lowest possible fee. What's that? All right. So with that, I think it's time to get rid of some console.logs. I don't think we need these anymore. I don't think we need those either. Okay, here we go. Try one more time. Well, I still do want to keep the process.exit right here, just to make sure that we got rid of all of the. Okay. Okay, pay amount. So we kind of need to recalculate all these values at the end here. Yeah, I think rather than keep track of the fee, the better thing here would be to just recalculate the values. So I don't think balances are modified. So that one we're probably good with. Okay. GX info, outputs. Is this Shinra something something? Black suits, nice. Hey, what's up, James Doe? I am actually, well, fingers crossed, I'm just wrapping up here. Just checking to see that the value that I get at the end is the right value. Then we're going to do some cleanup. I don't want to totally close this out because I'm going to do some cleanup on it tomorrow. But let's see. Darn. Change them out may be different. So let's see. So if change address. There we go. Okay, I don't really like these. Okay. All right, let me run this again for myself over here. And what do I see? Total balance, fee, change. All right, let's take a look at this in an Explorer and let's figure her out. So, DashTX still needs some updates, but I think in here I list websites that can be used to explore. Otherwise, I'd use this command line tool. think I might have put it in an issue here. Okay. Oh no, slipped my disc. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. 20-30 kilogram bags, up to 1 to 2 tons daily, and pick up 2 kilogram flower pot in the barn. Slipped it. Oh man. Funny that you made a thread dedicated to stands. I didn't make that thread. Somebody else made that thread. I think that was Matt who made the thread. Yeah. Okay. No. Do I not have one of the online tools referenced here? I could have sworn I did. Where did I put that? Maybe it's in the examples. How did I forget where the Block Explorer went? What the heck? It's got to be under bin. Inspect. You got to be kidding me. How? What kind of dummy am I? How do I not have a link to any of the block inspectors here? Seriously. There we go. Gonna open up an issue for this. I think there was 2 of them at least. Alright, so everything looks good. There's 3 addresses involved here. 1 input, 2 outputs. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see if this matches my original number. Ends in 7. Oh no. I have to add those 2 together. Which I think that's what that is. Bunch of 9s. So 2 to that would make it 7. 2 to that would make it 6. 5 to that would make it 2, and then make the 7 or the 6 a 7. Right? Okay. I don't know why I started it that way rather than this way, but probably because I read left to right. It's a dumb way to do it, but it worked. Hey everybody, how's it going? Okay, cool. So looks like everything's working. Next time I'll be able to show some stuff, more stuff on this screen, because I just didn't want to show my actual wallet with my real funds and keys and everything while I'm debugging. I don't want my real private keys going to the screen. But we're going to transfer some money over into my test wallet for realsies by just getting rid of that there. Let's take a look at the get diff. Well, no. So much code. I gotta figure out how to encapsulate that better. Because I mean, it's an unwieldy function. It's unwieldy. It'd be interesting to see somebody who's more of a clean coder than I, how they'd break that apart. I mean, I think basically anytime you have a loop, that's a good candidate for moving things to a function. Not always, but it's a good candidate. So there's two loops there that I could probably move out into functions. There's probably some other logic in terms of guessing the fees or something, getting the preliminary fee guesses. It's complicated. It's complicated, and maybe we can reduce it from complicated to just complex, but it's tricksy logic. But on the other hand, I don't want to spend too much time on it because this is the dirty algorithm, and I want to focus on the clean algorithm as soon as possible. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and try this out. What? I got both a sent and a failed simultaneously. So the sent makes me think that it actually did work. Let's see, return results. Such a long function. That is a very long function. We've got to do something about that for sure. Okay. But where it failed was right here. Oh, darn. Okay. I think I see what happened here. Again, I'm going to blame Jojo Bite. It might not be his fault, but I'm going to blame him. It's a lot easier to just start off that way. Alright. Return response. Okay, so the problem here, this is Jojo Bite. Dang it. The problem here is that this was not abstracted at all. Well, it was abstracted, but it was abstracted a very small amount, which means that so this JSON stuff should have been handled. Okay, I'm just gonna open up an issue for this in DashSight, because now the problem is that broke the API for everything else that used it, because it didn't maintain the same abstraction. Okay. 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 Oh, whoops. Okay, so that'll need to get fixed. I'm not going to do that tonight. Alright, and that should come back. One thing I may want to do... we're just going to leave it. We're going to leave the TXID in that format. Oh, there we go. Is this the same one or a different one that I just put up here? Okay. Oh, it's the same one. Okay. Alright, so this is still... It's slightly broken, but I gotta fix the dependency to get it to unbreak. But it worked. It sent the money, but it failed to print out the correct message on my side. But if we do this... So if we just, if we do, let's look at coins. I think we're going to see 3 now, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 2. Right. So check that out. That's what was sent. All right. Cool. So we got fun times up ahead with this. Alright, well, with that said, it's time for me to go. So I'm going to pause the music. Sorry to end it so abruptly. Thanks for joining in. Thanks, James. And I will catch you later. I got to go get some Z's. Alright? So with that, good night. Adios.